Love is not an instant spark. It is a journey, an unfolding process that takes time, consistency, and emotional depth. Women do not fall in love simply because of words whispered in the dark or fleeting moments of charm. They fall in love through actions, through the steady presence of someone who proves their sincerity over time. A woman's heart opens when she feels understood, when she sees that her thoughts, emotions, and dreams are valued, not just heard, but truly listened to. Love is built in the quiet moments, in the unshaken trust that someone will be there when it matters the most. Trust is not built overnight. It is shaped through reliability, through showing up, not just on good days, but on difficult ones. A woman falls in love with consistency, with a person who honors their word and follows through on their promises. Love cannot thrive in uncertainty. It needs the foundation of emotional security. Yet love is not just about stability, it is also about growth. A woman does not just want love, she wants a partner in life, someone with vision and ambition. She is drawn to a man who not only nurtures her, but also strives to become the best version of himself. Because love is not stagnant, it is a journey of mutual evolution. And above all, a woman falls in love when she feels deeply respected, not just admired for her beauty, but valued for her mind, her spirit, and her essence. True love is not about possession, but about understanding, seeing a person as they are and embracing them fully. So if you wonder how a woman falls in love, the answer is simple. She falls in love with someone who makes her feel seen, safe, and inspired. Someone who respects her individuality while walking beside her toward a shared future. Love is not about impressing someone for a moment. It is about being someone they can trust for a lifetime. Emotional connection over surface attraction. Love, at its deepest level, is not about appearances or fleeting admiration. While physical attraction may ignite initial interest, it is emotional connection that truly captures a woman's heart. This is the foundation of how women fall in love, through a profound sense of being understood, valued, and emotionally connected to another person. In a world where external beauty is often emphasized, it is easy to mistake attraction for love. But the truth is, a woman's heart does not open simply because of good looks, wealth, or charm. These may catch her attention, but they do not sustain love. What truly matters is how she feels when she is with someone. It is about emotional depth, the sense that she can be vulnerable, express her thoughts without fear, and be embraced for who she is, rather than for how she looks. Women fall in love with those who take the time to truly understand them. This does not mean grand gestures or rehearsed words. It means listening intently, engaging in meaningful conversations, and remembering the little details that make her unique. It is about paying attention to the way she sees the world, her dreams, her fears, and what makes her feel alive. The more she feels emotionally connected, the more she is drawn toward love. Consider this. A woman can meet a man who is physically attractive, successful, and well-spoken, yet feel nothing beyond surface admiration. Meanwhile, she may fall deeply in love with someone who makes her feel heard, seen, and emotionally safe. Why? Because emotions create bonds that appearances never can. Love is not about impressing, it is about connecting. A woman wants to feel like she belongs in someone's life, not as an accessory, but as a valued and cherished presence. She does not fall in love with perfection, she falls in love with authenticity. When a person is genuine, open, and consistent, trust forms and love follows. She does not just hear words, she feels them through actions. She notices how someone treats others, how they respond in difficult situations, and whether they are truly present when they are with her. Emotional connection is also built through shared experiences. It is in the laughter over inside jokes, the comfort in silence, the deep conversations that go beyond the surface. It is the feeling that she can be her true self without judgment or the need to constantly impress. The more a woman feels understood, the stronger her emotional attachment becomes. Attraction may spark curiosity, but emotional depth sustains love. Women fall for those who invest in connection, who make them feel safe, appreciated, and truly valued. It is not about grand romantic gestures. It is about the consistent, everyday moments that prove she matters. Love is not about what meets the eye. It is about what touches the heart. A woman does not fall in love with appearances. She falls in love with how she feels when she is with someone. Consistency builds trust. Love is not built on words alone. It is built on actions repeated over time. A woman does not fall in love because of one grand romantic gesture or a single moment of connection. Instead, she falls in love when she sees consistency, when a person's words align with their actions, when promises are kept, and when effort is shown not just in the beginning, but throughout the journey. Consistency is the foundation of trust. In a world where many people say the right things but fail to follow through, a woman values reliability above all. She watches how a person behaves, not just when things are good, but also during challenges. Does he show up when he says he will? Does he support her when she needs him? Can she count on him, not just in moments of joy, but in times of difficulty? These are the things that create a deep sense of security and allow love to flourish. A woman falls in love with someone who makes her feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally. She does not need perfection. She needs honesty and dependability. She is not drawn to someone who says, "I'll always be there for you," but then disappears when things get tough. Instead, she falls for the one who proves through actions that they are there. Time and time again, consistency is not about being perfect. It is about being reliable. It is about showing up every day, even in small ways, a text to check in, remembering important dates, listening when she speaks. These little things build emotional security. When a woman sees that someone cares, not just when it is convenient, but all the time, her trust deepens, and trust is the gateway to love. On the other hand, nothing pushes love away faster than inconsistency. If a person is kind one day and distant the next, it creates uncertainty. Uncertainty leads to doubt, and doubt prevents love from fully forming. A woman needs to know that she is not just an option, but a priority. If she feels like she constantly has to guess where she stands, she will hesitate to give her heart. Some believe that love is about keeping the other person guessing or playing hard to get, but true love is the opposite. It is about providing stability, reassurance, and reliability. A woman falls in love when she feels safe enough to open up, to be vulnerable, and to trust that she will not be abandoned or taken for granted. This does not mean a relationship has to be perfect or free of challenges, but even in difficult moments, consistency remains key. When conflicts arise, does the person communicate openly? Do they work through problems instead of walking away? A woman falls in love with someone who stands firm when things are tough, rather than disappearing when difficulties arise. Consistency is love's greatest proof. It is not just about saying, "I care," but about proving it through actions, day after day. A woman falls in love with someone who makes her feel safe, respected, and valued, not once, not occasionally, but always. Emotional security is key. Love is not just about excitement or passion. It is about feeling safe. A woman does not truly fall in love unless she feels emotionally secure. This means knowing she can trust, express herself freely, and be vulnerable without fear of judgment or abandonment. Emotional security is not a luxury in love. It is a necessity. When a woman feels emotionally safe, she allows herself to open up. She shares her fears, her dreams, and her deepest thoughts. But this only happens when she knows that the person she is with will not use her vulnerabilities against her. She does not want to be in a position where she has to constantly question, will they still be here tomorrow? Or can I truly be myself without being judged? If she does not feel secure, she will keep her guard up, and true love cannot grow in that space. A woman falls in love with someone who provides a stable emotional foundation, someone who listens with genuine interest, reassures her without her needing to ask, and respects her emotions instead of dismissing them. Many misunderstand this and assume that emotional security means solving all her problems or always agreeing with her, but that is not what she truly needs. She does not need someone to fix everything. She needs someone who simply stands by her side, making her feel heard and supported. One of the strongest ways to provide emotional security is through consistency in behavior and communication. If one day someone is kind, affectionate, and engaging, but the next they are distant and unresponsive, it creates emotional instability. A woman needs to feel like she is not walking on eggshells, constantly unsure of where she stands. Love cannot thrive in an environment of uncertainty. Respect plays a major role in emotional security. When a woman knows she can express her thoughts and feelings without fear of being belittled or dismissed, she feels valued. Dismissing her emotions, making her feel too sensitive or too emotional, will only create distance. Instead, love grows when she knows that her emotions are taken seriously, that her happiness and well-being matter. Trust is another crucial element. If a woman has to question whether she can truly rely on someone, her emotional security is weakened. She wants to know that if she shares something personal, it will not be used against her in a later argument. She wants to feel confident that the person she cares about is honest and has good intentions. Without trust, love cannot deepen. A woman also falls in love when she feels emotionally free. She does not want to be in a relationship where she has to suppress her true self or constantly walk a tightrope to keep the other person happy. If she feels like she cannot express herself fully, love will feel more like an obligation than a joy. True love is about being accepted for who you are, not for who someone wants you to be. At its core, emotional security is about providing a safe space where love can grow naturally. A woman falls in love when she feels safe enough to let her guard down, when she knows she is loved not just for her best days, but also for the moments when she is struggling. When a woman finds someone who makes her feel emotionally secure, love is not just a possibility, it becomes inevitable. Deep conversations strengthen the bond. Love is not just about spending time together. It is about how that time is spent. A woman does not fall in love with small talk or surface-level conversations. She falls in love through deep, meaningful discussions that allow her to connect on an intellectual and emotional level. In a world full of distractions, genuine conversation is rare. Many interactions are filled with casual remarks, short texts, and repetitive topics that do not lead to real connection. But a woman longs for more. She wants to feel understood, to share her thoughts, her dreams, and her fears with someone who truly listens and engages. When a person can hold a deep conversation, it creates a connection that goes beyond attraction. It builds intimacy. Deep conversations show effort. They require more than just responding with simple answers. They require curiosity, a willingness to explore topics that matter, and an openness to discuss ideas, goals, and personal experiences. A woman falls in love when she feels she can talk about anything without fear of being dismissed or ignored. It is not just about discussing emotions, it is about discussing life. What are her passions? What drives her? What moments in her life have shaped who she is today? When a person takes the time to ask real questions and listen attentively, it sends a powerful message. I care about who you are, not just what you look like. A woman does not fall in love with someone who only asks about her day. She falls for the one who asks what makes her happy, what inspires her, and what she dreams of becoming. She falls for the one who remembers the small details she shares and brings them up later, showing that he truly listens. Deep conversations also reveal compatibility. They help a woman determine whether her values align with someone else's, whether they share similar goals, and whether they can truly support each other's growth. Love is not just about having fun together, it is about growing together. When two people can challenge and inspire each other through conversation, their bond strengthens. Vulnerability is another key part of deep conversations. A woman does not just fall in love with words, she falls in love with authenticity. When a person is willing to share their fears, struggles, and hopes, it builds trust. It shows that they are not trying to impress or hide behind a perfect image, but are willing to be real. And when she sees this level of honesty, she feels safe to open up as well. Listening is just as important as speaking. Many people hear, but few truly listen. A woman falls in love with someone who listens with patience, who makes her feel heard and valued, someone who does not just wait for their turn to speak, but engages with what she is saying, asks follow-up questions, and shows genuine interest. Conversations create emotional intimacy, and emotional intimacy is what makes love last. A woman may be initially attracted to someone's appearance, but it is deep conversations that make her stay. She does not just want someone to be there. She wants someone who understands her, who she can laugh with, dream with, and confide in. At the heart of love is connection, and at the heart of connection is communication. A woman falls in love not with grand gestures, but with the everyday moments where she feels seen, heard, and truly understood. She falls in love with how you make her feel. A woman may be drawn to someone's looks, charm, or confidence, but what truly makes her fall in love is how she feels when she is around them. Love is not just about admiration. It is about emotional experiences. The strongest bonds are formed not by what a person has or what they say, but by the emotions they create in someone else. A woman does not fall in love with someone because they fit a perfect checklist. She falls in love when she feels safe, valued, and emotionally connected. She remembers how she felt in a person's presence, whether she felt uplifted, respected, and truly cared for. Love is not about impressing her, it is about making her feel at peace, like she is exactly where she is meant to be. Emotional impact matters more than words. Anyone can say, I love you, but how does she feel when she is with that person? Does she feel heard when she speaks? Does she feel appreciated for who she truly is? Does she feel supported in her growth? Or does she feel like she must shrink herself to keep the relationship alive? A woman falls in love when she feels understood, when she does not have to explain herself repeatedly because the other person truly gets her. She wants someone who pays attention, who notices the little things that make her unique. It is not about grand gestures. It is about the moments that make her feel seen. Consistency plays a role here as well. A woman cannot fall in love with someone who makes her feel special one day and invisible the next. She needs to feel secure, knowing that the kindness, care, and attention she receives are not temporary, but part of a lasting connection. Beyond security, a woman falls in love when she feels inspired. Love should not feel like a cage, it should feel like wings. She is drawn to someone who encourages her to be the best version of herself, who supports her goals rather than limiting them. She wants to be with someone who adds to her life, not someone who drains her energy or makes her doubt her worth. Happiness plays a big role in love. A woman is more likely to fall for someone who makes her laugh, who brings lightness into her life, and who reminds her that even in tough times, joy can still exist. Love does not mean there will never be challenges, but it does mean having someone who turns even the hardest days into something bearable. Trust is also crucial. A woman falls in love when she feels safe to be vulnerable, knowing that her emotions will not be dismissed. She does not want to love someone she has to second guess. If she constantly wonders if she is being manipulated, lied to, or taken for granted, love will not fully develop. At its core, love is about emotional experience. A woman may not always remember every word said to her, but she will always remember how someone made her feel. She falls in love with the comfort, the trust, and the happiness she experiences in another person's presence. When a woman feels safe, valued, and uplifted, love grows effortlessly. It is not about perfection, it is about emotional connection. She does not fall for someone who tries to impress her. She falls for the one who makes her feel at home.